little bit about the differences you see in this defense and what you'll be playing this year, maybe what you had the last couple?
Yeah, obviously schematically we're opening it up a little bit more. We're doing a lot of different things, being a little bit more multiple. Y'all seen the guys that we got on the D line, our front seven. They're gonna really let them work. So I'm really excited about what this defense is gonna look like.
Watching DeMarcus Lawrence stand up, dropping coverage and different things, so like in the 3-4 look, can you just talk about that and what you expect from those guys?
Yeah, D-Law is, y'all know he's a great athlete. I haven't seen him do it too much in my career so far, but I don't think his game is limited. So I think it's going to be great to see him. Y'all seen him, I think, 2 years ago or last year, he had that pick on a screen pass, and that was actually towards my guy too. So I seen it firsthand, and yeah, I think it's going to be great for him.
Hey, Chido, how much do you notice with the differences between McCarthy and Garrett? You've been used to one way your entire career, now you get something new. Well, how much have you been comparing and contrasting what's been going on?
Well, Coach Garrett obviously brought me here. Was a great coach. Very organized, very tight schedule. He always talked about we don't want to check any boxes, so everything was always had a reason. And so far, same thing with McCarthy. Everything has a reason. Obviously, the schedule's a little different. I've never really went through a coaching change, so it's different things I have to get used to and accustomed to. But for the most part, it's been great. It's been a great adjustment.
How much did it mean to get a pick today?
I mean, that's the expectation every day. So, who got one yesterday? Donovan Wilson got one yesterday. AB got one earlier, and I had got one. And then Daryl Worley punched the ball out yesterday. So we're getting to the ball, so that's always a good thing.
Can you talk about the competition at cornerback? This is your last year contract. What's your focus? What's your goal here?
My goal is to compete. Mainly craft. We're all a room. We're all brothers. We all have the same ideas in terms of wanting to play and to push each other. So, but this defense has always been an each one teach one. No matter what, we have each other's backs. And the goal is always to master your craft. And I think when you're in competitive situations, that's what you want to do.
How much is it going to help you guys to go against this receiver group with Amari and Gallup and CeeDee Lamb now?
Yeah, we've been going against them for 2 years now. So same thing as last year and the years before. It's always been competitive. Even the years before that, we had Dez, Terrence Williams, and Bees. So y'all know we've been blessed to have some great looks against the offense.
Chido, this is the last year of your deal. They drafted big. How much are you looking at this as, I got to make my mark, I got to make a statement for the future for yourself?
Oh, yeah, it's always the focus. Diggs is a great corner. All the corners that we brought in, Daryl Worley, Reggie Robinson, everybody that we brought in, and then everybody's honestly from last year I've seen has gotten better. So it's always a great thing. A lot of the best players breed their best game from competition, breed their best game from learning from other players, seeing different things. So the more better players we have, the better team we're gonna be. So it's a beautiful thing to compete.
Have they talked to you all about training and safety as well?
No, they haven't. So far, I've been, just playing corner with the ones, and then, y'all know I'm a ball player. That's just what I do. So if you put me on the football field, I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna make plays. That's what I want to do. So that's what I came in the league as, and that's who I still am. So yeah.
How much growing do you think you need to do? You've been a 2-year starter, but what do you need to go to really establish yourself and not worry about this other competition?
Yeah, that's the stuff. You never worry about competition. You're always competing with yourself. I'm my biggest competitor. Who I was, who I am going to be tomorrow. So, in practice or in the off season, actually, I knew what I had to work on. Obviously eliminating big plays like any other corner, and then getting the ball back. So, and making my movements a little cleaner. So I've done all that stuff in the off season. That's what the off season's for. And now it's really just the competitive part of football, and then getting your feet under you against someone else.
In terms of workouts, especially in the gyms being closed?
Yeah, I got back to ground zero, back to the true essence of what I've been doing my whole life, and that's really just hitting the field every day. Like, I hit the field every day. Was real creative with it. Worked with a great DB trainer in Clay Mack. Worked at a different gym at Sanders Fit to get my weight room stuff in. But for the most part, I was by myself, just crafting. I had my brother, a couple of friends with me, and they would throw the ball to me, break me and all that kind of stuff. So I really got back to my craft, just trying to master my craft.
You were talking about the interception you got and some of the turnovers in these first couple of practices. I know that's something you emphasized defensively the last few years, but do you get an idea with this scheme you may be in position to take a few more gambles maybe than what you were allowed to do in past years?
Definitely. It's not really about the gamble. It's about the pre-disguised look. Last year, everybody knew we were running cover three. We were running cover three, and not to say I was bad. We had great players that it didn't matter what we ran. We still wanted to execute. But now we're starting to be a little bit more multiple in our pre-disguised look. So even I ain't gonna say no names, but one of the quarterbacks was asking us, or two of the quarterbacks was asking us like, "Oh, well, we know what you're doing, or what are you guys doing here?" Da da da. Like they're trying to. It's like a game, so they're still trying to figure it out. So I think it's gonna be great against other quarterbacks that aren't used to the look.
So like you say, it was just a difference in emphasis. Last year it was like, this is what we do. We just got to execute. This year it's more into disguise and giving some looks that will put this offense off balance.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to be running all the same coverages out of different looks, out of the same looks. So like I said, it's going to be real multiple. I think it's going to produce a lot of, mistakes by the offense and quarterbacks. They're just going to throw it into the coverage because they were expecting something else. When you have two high safeties or one high safety before the play starts, it's very easy for a quarterback to, diagnose where they're going to go with the ball before the play starts. But, when our disguise is, moving, we're being active, we're not being statues, it's going to be real hard for them. They're going to have to diagnose while the play is going. I think that's going to produce sacks and turnovers.
You and Amari play chess together every day. How did that tradition start?
I would say it started, well, he played chess way longer than me. I started playing chess in college, but when I got here, when he was my locker mate, he was right next to my locker, and I had peeped that he was playing chess on his phone. And me and another corner that was here last year, Donovan Alumba, had already been playing chess, kind of casually. I was like, "Oh, you play chess, bro?" And he's like, yeah. So Donovan was playing them, and then Donovan actually beat him the first game. After that, Donovan never won, and Donovan kind of fell off. But ever since then, we started playing. He was pretty good, and now I'm catching up to him.
How do you compare your playing style as chess players?
It depends on the game. No one chess game is, similar. But Mario always used to say that his game, well, I'll say in real life that, he's a knight. He's the knight because that's the most deceptive piece. And with all due respect, I think that's true because, his releases, his game, he lulls you to sleep, he moves, his suddenness, all that stuff. So it's very comparable. So I would say the way he plays chess is very deceptive. But mine as a DB, I'm more reactionary. He studies, he does all this. Went to the school of chess and did all that stuff. I never did any of that. So I just look what he does, and then I try to find the best move to react to it. And lately it's been doing me good. So, yeah, that's my play style.
What is the interaction like in the locker room in this environment? Is it the same, or does it feel different just based on the circumstances?
It feels different just from the standpoint of, 3 years ago, we had a completely different team. Or when I came in at least, and then 2 years ago than last year, obviously. But this year, I've never seen so much of an overhaul with players, and coaches. So it's just a different culture, but it's being established. I think already, we're already starting to form, identities in each room. We're starting to get more closer as DBs, and it's been good so far.
What about that same thing, though, along the lines of the virus? Do you feel like you have to act differently or do anything differently?
Nah, we don't. It's actually kind of weird. It's actually kind of weird because, we be hanging out all the time in the facility, but then when we get to the meeting rooms, we have to be 6 feet apart. So, everybody's still, very active, very, vocal, having fun with each other. We obviously get tested every day, and we go through the protocols, so we know that we're being safe. So, it's just one of those things to where, we got to take care of the other people in the building. But, for the most part, the team has been real close still, even with the virus going on.
Has there ever been any thought for you to opt out or anything?
Nah. It's contract year, baby.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right.